after the mixed doubles, we turn our attention to women's doubles and the best two pairs on the planet. It is the reigning world champions Chen and Jia Yifan up against the defending champions Baek and Lee So-hee. Incidentally, both pairs have won this title previously. For the Chinese pair, that was 7 years ago. Well, this is the draw from the quarter-final stage, and 6 seeds, only 2 in the top half of the draw. We lost 2 seeds in the second round. Only 4 different nationalities, making it the least diverse of all 5 disciplines. 4 pairs from China, 2 from Korea. In the top half of the draw at semi-final stage, the 2 pairs who between them have won gold at the last 6 World Championships. Bottom half of the draw, Baek and Lee So-hee were absolutely dominant against the number 3 seeds Liu Shengshu and Tang Ning. So the top 2 pairs in the world clash in the final, but these are the race to the World Tour finals standings. Liu Shengshu and Tang Ning, I was saying, were in the semi-final. They'll go up 1 place to number 3. Baek and Lee So-hee currently at 8, as you can see. Win or lose will go up 3 places to 5. Chen and Jia Yifan are currently at 14, but they will definitely go into the top 10. If they lose today's final, they will come in at 9. If they win today's final, they will come into the top 10 at number 7. So the world number 1s and reigning and 4-time world champions Chen and Jia Yifan won this title 7 years ago, and indeed that's the only final they've been in here at the Indonesia Open. Beats a certain Chang Ye-na and her partner Lee So-hee 7 years ago, and they're playing against Lee So-hee again today. But Lee So-hee this year playing with Baek, with whom she won the title last year. So this for Lee So-hee is a 3rd Indonesia Open final. And this, for this Korean pair, staggeringly, a 5th Super 1000 final in only their 6th Super 1000 tournament played together. That is simply astonishing. So this will be an 8th meeting between these 2 pairs, and you can see that the Chinese pair hold the advantage, having won 5 of the previous 7. But interestingly, like the mixed doubles, all previous meetings between these 2 pairs have been won and lost in 2 straight games. So the toss of the coin from our guest. And
so it's the goal. This side.
So the Koreans have won the toss of the coin and have chosen ends.
Thank you. You may.
Well, we saw that Chen and Jia Yifan had won the last meeting between these 2 pairs, which was at the World Tour Finals. It was the final of the World Tour Finals in Hangzhou last December. They've actually, in fact, won the last 3 encounters. Chen will turn 27 later this month on Olympic Day. 23rd of June each year is designated Olympic Day. From Meizhou in eastern Guangdong province, and they're enjoying their 181st week in total as world number 1s. Jia Yifan is 6 days younger than her partner, so she'll also be turning 27 later this month. She's from Tianjin on the northeast coast. They're making their 6th appearance at the Indonesia Open, and this their 2nd final. They've already won 2 titles this year, the French Open and the Singapore Open. So they're going for back-to-back titles, having won last week. Had a bye in the first round, 2nd round against the European champions Lambert and Tran, and then Pearly Tan and Tina Muralitharan. Semi-final, they went to 3 games against the beaten finalists from 6 years ago, Matsumoto and Nagahara. So to Baek, who is 23, and that's about 5'4.5". They are enjoying their 54th consecutive week as world number 2s. Only their 2nd appearance at this event as a pair, and as they won last year, it means they've never been beaten at the Indonesian Open. Lee So-hee will turn 30 in 5 days' time, next Friday, and we'd all like to wish her a very happy birthday. Their tournament results, well, they, like their opponents, had a bye in the first round, and then they went to 3 games against Crasto and Ponopa, and in the quarterfinal against their teammates, the Olympic bronze medalists Kim So-young and Kong Ki-yong. That semi-final I was telling you about, as we look at our court officials, Kamoral Lalia of Indonesia in the umpire's chair, and Bert van Horenbeck of Belgium, the service judge. Lee Kyung-won, the Korean coach, actually won this title 19 years ago with Lee Ho-jung. So she knows exactly what it's like to play here on finals day.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Chen and Jia Yifan, China. And on my left, Baek and Lee So-hee, Korea. Chen to serve to Lee So-hee, level. Play.
So the reigning world champions Chen and Jia Yifan of China, far side of the court. Oh, that's an ominous start. Up against the defending champions Baek and Lee So-hee. Nice drop. Now, Steve, we were lucky enough to watch Baek and Lee So-hee yesterday against Liu Shenshu and Tang Ning. I'm not sure I've ever seen them play better than that. They were brilliant.
Exactly. I just thought that, also given the result from last year here in Indonesia Open, where the Koreans beat their opponents of today in the quarterfinal. So I think I have the Koreans as small favorites in this match here. They were magnificent yesterday against Tan and Liu. Now the interesting part for Chen and Jia is whether they can actually attack smarter than their compatriots did yesterday, with more angles and more variation. I think that's absolutely necessary if they're going to win today.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, but I also think that yesterday I thought the Koreans were so aggressive in their style and wanted to attack so much that, quite frankly, their opponents didn't have many opportunities to hit angles or any attacking shots themselves.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, broken strings for Lee So-hee. Well, she was about to run off and grab a new racket when the shuttle came directly back to her. She was stunned.
There it is. She could have done the decent thing, Chen, and played it out to the kit box so she had a chance to play it again.
Longest running so far.
I think oftentimes yesterday, Liu and Tan, they were forced to give away the attack in bad positions, and I think Chen and Jia, they are cleverer. But it was a fantastic defense they put up yesterday, the Koreans. So who knows? That might be too intimidating even for the world number ones.
Lovely drive defence from the left-handed Jia Yifan. Yeah, that's too flat with the push from Lee So-hee. Right up into the hitting zone of Jia Yifan.
Great play by Chen. Not only the last one, that's obvious, but giving away the initiative in a good position, forcing the Koreans to attack from a relatively bad position near the back line.
Yeah, that was well anticipated by Baek.
Pat on the shoulder from Jia Yifan to Chen. Probably feel she sold her out a little bit with that soft drop shot. Oh, short. That was some of the attack we saw yesterday. He's moving so quickly, Lee So-hee, to get under that one.
Yeah, it's interesting, Steen, because you've mentioned that the Chinese pair, if they're to beat the Koreans today, must use more angles and think more about the placement of their attacking shots. I'm interested, what do you think the Koreans need to do then to beat the Chinese pair?
Well, I think
that's great. That's a great shot.
If the Chinese continue attacking, they can utilize the same tactics as yesterday. The question mark is what happens if Jia Yifan had chosen to clear here. So that means that the Koreans, they have to be patient and try and move the Chinese in the defense. Perhaps give away the initiative again with the clear again, so that it becomes a battle of stamina. That's a great point for Chen and Jia. So sometimes, actually quite often, the idea in women's doubles is to avoid the opponents scoring easy points against you.
Good flick serve.
One of the things the Koreans also used yesterday, which they might be able to use with a little bit more patience in the attack, but then also the great rotational play they played, where they attack full court area and not just in mostly straight lines.
Oh, brilliant.
And it looks like we're in for a really, really fantastic women's doubles final.
th career final together as a pair today. The Chinese pair.
What about the service from Lee? Oh, that's loose.
Yeah, she wasn't serving particularly well yesterday,
no,
was she?
She wasn't. Good coverage.
Back level. Chen Cheng always looks desperate to come forward to the net whenever possible. And so often she does just play a net shot.
Exactly, and she tried it just the previous rally as well, then she played it directly into the net. Very alert coverage by the Koreans here.
So the Koreans on a run of 4 straight points go into the lead.
Oy. There was a chance there for Baek now. A soft drop shot from Chen.
So it's in the mid-game interval. The defending champions, Baek and Lee So-hee, with the advantage, albeit just a 1-point advantage. "13 minutes to the mid-game interval."
Players back on court. Coaches, return to your turn. 11-10. Play.
So 11-10 in this opening game of the women's doubles final. Oh, that's a good smash from Chen Cheng.
Service over. 11 all.
Well, obviously, this Chinese pair, having won last week in Singapore, are aiming to win a second women's doubles title in 2 weeks. The last pair to do that in the women's doubles discipline, Steen.
2 finals,
2 consecutive titles in 2 weeks.
No. No bit.
That was last year. Kim So-young and Kong Hee-young at the Japan Open and Australian Open.
Wow. I wasn't thinking in that direction because they've been injured.
Yeah.
So. Good shot.
Gosh, I'd love to know what Tao Xiaoming and Kang Kyung-jin said to the Chinese pair in the interval there.
13-11.
Because they've won all 3 points since.
I think I would have said something like the first push, the first chance you have to push, it's okay if it goes to the right-hand side of the court, as we see it. Oh, confusion. The pace had gone up. Wow.
Yeah. Look how they're determined, the Chinese pair, to virtually all the time drive their defences back.
Yeah, put pressure on the Koreans.
Yeah. Very, very few lifts off defence.
well played. They've got to regroup, Baek and Lee. Excellent.
Yeah, it's the quicker pace. And 6 straight points now. All 6 points since the resumption of play after the mid-game interval.
I think if I were the Koreans, I would just lift on the service return. Lift to the left-hand side.
Why?
To avoid getting caught up in the flat game after the service situation. I feel that Chen and Jia have been a little bit sharper. So forced more or less Lee and Baek to drift away from what I thought was their game plan to pin the Chinese at the back of the court, wait for the opportunities in the turnaround. Close they were to the net there, Chen and Jia.
Good net shot. Wouldn't it also be a possibility to say to the Koreans, you've got to be sharper at the net, you've got to hunt the shuttle more?
It would be, but I'm not sure they can do it.
Okay.
I think Chen and Jia are better in that game, and especially they're playing with a little bit of drift alongside the court, the Chinese. And I think that's what they've started to utilize.
Short. Yeah.
But it's a good example of how the intervals, the coaching intervals, can change the dynamics. It had been fairly even up until then, and since the interval, it's been fairly lopsided.
Yeah, and all in favour of the reigning world champions from China.
Play.
That was a lucky point for the Koreans, but they're not getting that good defensive opening position as they did, especially yesterday against Tan and Liu, but also at some times early on in the first part of the first game. Been a couple of mistakes from Jia Yifan from outside her reach below the tape. They played one in the forehand just recently as well, just like that one. So when Chen comes forward, Koreans could play the mixed points in the mid-court area. She's not attacking. Staying in control, Chen.
Yeah. Well, they earned a lot there. Here's Sohee. But Steve, don't you think that Chen rarely attacks from the back of the court? I mean, she maybe hits in a downward direction with drop shots, but she's so intent on either clearing or playing a drop and then trying to move forward.
Yeah, I think she did. Sometimes she can attack, but if she doesn't get to any better position, then it's fine to just maintain the attack or give it away.
Drop. Clear. Drop. Half smash. Clear. Oh my goodness, it had a little think about it, didn't it? And the Koreans have done awfully well here. They have closed the 4-point deficit.
It's the clever little block from Baek. That one, that's angled. So it's Jia Yifan who's got to come forward instead of Chen.
6 of the last 7 points to last year's champions. Longest rally so far.
That looked a lot like yesterday.
Yeah, it did. I agree. 7 of the last 8 points now to the Koreans. Half smash again, moves forward.
Yeah.
Lovely drop. So too's that. Very important point this. First smash from Chen. Unbelievable. What a rally. Super. Well, it's clearly the longest rally of the match so far. And Chen loses her patience and finds the net on her drop shot.
One of the best rallies I've seen in women's doubles. I really love to use that as education material with a shot-by-shot comment. Mentally super important rally. Wow.
107 shots. My goodness me. Well, this is extraordinary. It's 7 straight points, and it's 9 of the last 10 points in favour of the Koreans. 3 game point opportunities for the defending champions from Korea. Opening game. 8 straight points from Baek and Lee So-hee. 21-17. What an extraordinary opening game. 28 minutes in duration. And their confirmation that last year's champions, Baek and Lee So-hee, have taken the opening game against the reigning world champions. 21-17.
Seconds, 20 seconds. Players on board.
So the umpire calls for the start of this second game. What an extraordinary second half of that opening game. After the mid-game interval, there was 6 straight points to Chen and Ja Yifan. And in response, the Koreans promptly won 10 of the last 11 points played. Nice defence. Brilliant.
And a not super easy, but an easy point for the Koreans, just as we saw them yesterday.
2 love.
It was a little soft shot when Ja Yifan was made to stretch for the reply. Great play.
Yeah, I think the Koreans are quite happy to keep this lady, Chen at the back of the court,
yeah,
and move her from side to side.
Yeah, she's not dangerous.
No. drops, clears, half smashes, but
Yeah.
nothing of real danger. Well,
No.
the longest rally of this second game.
And the drops and the clears, they're way too easy for the Koreans to defend. She's got to vary her smashes. There's going to be slice smashes. They've got to play cross smashes as well, the way I see it. There's a chance. That's the one. That's the one. When Jia Yifan comes in her forehand side, if she can get a little bit better position just in front of the double service line, then go all the way across on the inner side line, and then Chen has to move out to her forehand side so she can cover that one. That's a possibility where they can get help from the sideways drift.
Well, jumps up and down on the spot because she knows that was an unforced error. Important rally. Yeah. Well, they were so patient at the start of the rally, Baek and Lee So-hee, quite happy to lift the shuttle to the back of the court, and the Chinese combination just aren't applying enough pressure, or perhaps, Steen, your point, aren't finding the angles or something. They're not really getting the Koreans in trouble.
No. And I think they feel right now, the Chinese, that their attack cannot penetrate on a consistent basis the Korean defense. And that's worrying for them when they then go into defense themselves and the Koreans convert. Trouble. Oy, they weren't alert there, the Koreans. When Jia Yifan comes cross court there to her forehand side, there's opportunities, and they weren't sharp enough, Baek and Lee. Wide. Oh, she shouldn't have played it. That's going wide as well.
Yeah. Sideways drift, and Baek was just indicating to her partner that she forgot about the sideways drift momentarily, but it cost them dear.
Right now, that drift is the Chinese best friend.
String's gone, have it?
Yeah.
Yeah, off she goes. Yeah, that's very, very well spotted by Baek. Smashing into the open space after Jia Yifan left the court to change her racket.
It's wide. Ooh.
Oh, that came off the frame. They're not keeping their patience, are they?
No.
Chinese pair.
And that racket is no good. She's changing it immediately. Couldn't play a proper drop shot. Goes back in the kit bag. I would attack the serve of Lee So-hee, and I would push it to Baek Hana's forehand. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Wide.
Well, Chinese are challenging. Interesting, it was Jia Yifan that raised the hand to challenge, whereas Chen Qingchen had been right there and wasn't going to challenge. I suspect that means that was out.
Yeah, the way I saw it clearly out.
Here we go. Yeah, totally out.
Returning. Chen Qingchen. Push to the forehand side of Baek. Jia ready with her forehand, but I think we've seen Chen Qingchen push at the body of Baek Hana. Yeah, that's not good.
Let's go wide. Interesting on the return of serve. Baek Hana just lifting to Chen Qingchen at the back.
Exactly, and she was standing a bit back, didn't stand at the front service line.
That's what you were talking about, what they should do in the opening game. Well, it's challenging now from the Koreans.
think they'll win it. But when Chen and Jia challenged last time, they scored 3 consecutive points. Or we'll see if it's 3 points. So far, it's just 2.
Here we go. Oh, clearly. So both players only have 1 challenge left in this second game.
7, 8. Play.
Short.
Missed it.
And they're getting carried away now, the Koreans. Ever since they led 8-4, they've been all too happy to attack on bad opportunities. And every time it's not full defense or full attack, I think Chen and Jia, they have the upper hand in general.
So the 4-point deficit has been closed. 8-all. Nice. I think the Koreans have very much improved their flat fast game of trying to be more aggressive.
Yeah.
Especially coming
Coming forward, and both of them helping in covering the front court. That's a good block. Oi.
What a super shot from Lee So-hee. 8. It's going wide. And it is the Koreans, the defending champions, who have the advantage here in the second game, a 3-point advantage, having already won the first.
Players back on court. Coaches, return to your chair. Taiwan. 11-8.
So 11-8 the advantage in the second game for Baek and Lee So-hee, having already won the first. Oh, perfect drop shot.
Service over, 9-11.
Steen, I was fascinated by the interaction between, or the contrast of the interaction between the two pairs and their coaches. The Koreans were looking at Lee Kyung-won, listening intently to what she had to say, whereas the two Chinese players, oh, that's well short. That's her second service error. had their backs to their coaches, looking intently into the kit box.
Yeah. They're under pressure.
Get ready quicker. You have to watch your opponent, yeah?
Well, this is where I just find our rules difficult to understand, because everybody is against delay in play. In fact, the rules say there must be continuous play, and then we give warnings to players who are serving
when they're ready.
When it appears their opponents are ready. The string's gone again in somebody's racket.
I don't think so.
It's well taken by Fan. No, you were right, Steve. Must have just been a slight mishit. The sound of the shuttle off the strings always sounds different. If the strings are broken, sometimes a little mishit can make a similar sort of sound. I don't know what happened there. Did she mistime the jump?
Yeah. She said after the win in Singapore that she'd been injured up to that tournament, or in between the Uber Cup and Singapore. I don't know. She must have been ready to practice a bit earlier, because I mean they played really nice in Singapore, but that could become decisive if she doesn't have the stamina or the touch to consecutively play at this level, or constantly play.
I think that the Chinese pair are going to be out of challenges in just under a minute's time. Because I saw that as clearly on. Here we go. Way long. What an extraordinary challenge, and no... Oh, I beg your pardon. Yeah. No challenges remaining. I was right.
14-10. Play.
Well, the Chinese should take hope and comfort from the fact that they had a 5-point advantage in the opening game, and their opponents were able to come back, so they should be able to come back as well from a 5-point deficit. But that's not going to halt their course.
16-10.
It's a little bit the same as their compatriots yesterday. There is some drop shots. They've drifted away from clearing and giving away the attack, the Chinese, but there's no slice smashes, there's no cross smashes. That's astonishing. strange mistake there.
Strange mistake and strange body language, really telegraphing to her opponents her disappointment, Lee So-hee, after the rally. When you're a game and 16-11 up as they were at that moment, I would stand tall and say I still believe that you don't have a chance. It's long in the back. Well, you can't challenge.
There's no more challenges.
Jia Yifan trying to challenge. There are no more challenges left.
17-12.
Excellent. That's a fantastic attack.
18-12.
Using the sideways drift. So difficult for Jia Yifan to keep it inside the line. I think it would have been even if there were no sideways drift.
They're totally outmaneuvering the world champions. Baek and Lee So-hee. 2 points away from a second consecutive title here at the Indonesia Open. Service error from Lee So-hee.
13-9.
And that's one of the issues when Chen tries to hit and move forward. If you can whip it back over her head, she's in all sorts of trouble. It is match point opportunities. 7 of them for last year's champions to win a second consecutive title. On their first opportunity. 21-17, 21-13 in a match just shy of the hour mark. What a performance by Baek and Lee So-hee from 11-16 down in that opening game. Where they probably won 10 of the next 11 points. They were a different class team.
Yeah, they were. That was merely a hiccup. That's a fantastic tournament they played.
Well, it now means that 3 women's doubles pairs have won the last 6 titles here at the Indonesian Open. 2 consecutive titles each for those 3 pairs. Fukushima and Hirota. One in 18 and 19, and then in 21 and 22. Of course, there wasn't an Indonesian Open in 2020. In 2021, and 22 it was Matsuyama Ishida. And now 2 straight titles for Baek Ha-na and Lee So-hee. And that is confirmation of it. 57 minutes and 21-17, 21-13. And they retain their Indonesian Open title. This the final rally and the moment of victory. Well, I think the Koreans have developed a new dimension to their game with hunting the shuttle at the front of the court and their drive defence.
Yeah, that's been really, really nice to see. And they've now played the 2 strongest or highest ranked Chinese pairs. 4 games, 11, 13, 14 and 17. And there's been no doubt in any of the games that they were the best pair.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Well, the Koreans, I assume, this Korean pair are not going down to Australia, are they?
No, they're not.
No,
they're not.
And the Chinese pair are not. So, if this is the last tournament that they play prior to the Olympic Games, then that has given Baek Ha-na and Lee So-hee a huge psychological boost. What is it, 47 days now until the start of the Olympic Games?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are the first presentation to women's doubles winners of KAPAL Indonesia Cup 2024. Please welcome the medalists.
So the players are invited to step forward for the start of the prize presentation for the women's doubles finalists.
The runner-up, Chen and Jennifer, China.
Well, it was their second final here as a pair. Winners 7 years ago this year have to settle for second best. But last year's champions win a second consecutive title. Baek Ha-na and Lee So-hee. A third Super 1000 tournament title.
Of Indonesia.
Double check and the KAPAL Apit Trophy will be presented by Mr. Hirowaki Ebihara, General Manager, International Sales Department, Yonex, Japan.
Photo session.
Mr. Muhammad Fadil Imran and Mr. Hirowaki Ebihara, thank you very much.
fabulous couple of days have Baek and So-hee. The way they've disposed of the top two pairs from China has been simply stunning. So we look forward to our third final of the day, which will be women's singles. And like the women's doubles, the best of the best, because it's the top two players on the world ranking. It's the reigning world champion, Young, up against the reigning Olympic champion and defending champion here, Chen. Welcome back to Istora Senayan. Yes, it really is the people that make this such an iconic venue. So after the women's doubles, we turn our attention to women's singles, and both these players have actually won this Indonesian Open title previously. It is the reigning world champion, Young, up against the reigning Olympic champion, Chen, who won the title